Episode 4 and 5 of The Acolyte are out, and they're more trash. You know, the world's a different place since I dropped my last Acolyte video. I started it with a Power of Many guitar cover. Before everyone's week got sideswiped by Hawk Tuah memes. But rejoice, we get to dive back in and experience more of Amanda Stenberg's incredible acting range. Twitter promised me the latest installment was the best of this shit show, but no, it absolutely is not. It's more torturously bad writing of buffoons for characters, who completely flip on a dime for no reason other than the plot needed them to. The season isn't finished, but May is giving Reva a run for worst new Disney Star Wars bad guy, a horribly written character with an undeserved redemption arc waiting in the wings. And the big reveal of who Master Darth Gimp's suit is? It's exactly who we predicted on our live stream a day before the episode. Not that we're detectives, it was the character they telegraphed from his introduction. Because, you know, why try for mystery and intrigue in a show that's dedicated to being mysterious and intriguing? The most hot topic, try-hard Star Wars villain costume they could muster is filled with exactly who you thought. A twist about as surprising as the truth about OJ.
After we finished filming, OJ said to me that he had a surprise for me, and I genuinely was surprised.
There were a couple character choices that could have left interesting story implications, but that would imply faith in the writers to do something with them. Instead, it was the obvious guy from the outset. Then the episode's capped off by a scene that rivals Leia and Obi-Wan's Austin Powers trench coat for bullshit laziness and stupidity. Well done, I guess. And there's a bunch of lightsabers being swung around like it's a Diddy party in this one.
I like when you like this, Dad.
But that's where the cool stuff stops. Because the Jedi's weapons aren't even safe from egregious bullshit. Lightsaber headbutts, anyone? Why not, right? At least it looked cool, right? If you're actually watching the show and not just YouTubers making fun of it, by the time you realize Darth Gimp beat the piss out of 5 Jedi but struggled against the Padawan girl boss, you'll most likely conclude that no, looking cool is not worth it. Amidst the universal toilet flush the Acolytes received from fans and critics alike, the people behind it are playing the bigot card in defense, obviously. Most recently, Amanda Stenberg. She doesn't even need to speak in her roles, her eyes alone tell the tale. Stenberg's been striking down videos that play her song, so just a tip. If you don't actually care what people say, investing time, money, and energy into writing, directing, and starring in a music video to tell them that, and then using loopholes in YouTube's content ID system to circumvent fair use law, means you definitely care what people say. We are more than halfway through this show, and I'm honestly baffled by where $180 million went. To put that in perspective, every episode of The Acolyte cost 50% more than Godzilla Minus One. The show's budget is higher than Justin Timberlake upon arrest. It has a bigger budget than the first 2 Tom Holland Spidey movies, and only cost $20 million less than No Way Home. That was an effects-heavy movie with an enormous cast that demanded way larger paydays than anyone on The Acolyte is seeing. If you think I'm kidding, Forbes just released an article revealing Disney's show that's all about equality had a 30-70 male-skewed workforce on set where the women earned almost 20% less an hour. You seriously can't make this shit up, guys. So if the money's not going to the actors, it must have been dumped into the second half of the season's effects? Probably just grasping at straws here because the first 4 episodes look hilariously bad at times. And while episode 5 and its lightsaber battles look pretty damn good, that still leaves no explanation for the budget. It's not a CGI heavy episode. Will the remaining ones be? Who knows? Better question probably is who fucking cares. Episode 4 and 5 could have been reduced down to a single 40 or even 35-minute episode, but they have to spread this out to 8. Part 4 is stretched to an excruciating 25 plus minutes of runtime after you exclude opening credits, recap, intro, and closing credits. Yep, you heard that all right, leaving episode 5 to do all the Lizzo lifting by itself. Let's get into the episode breakdowns because I can't wait to talk about Darth Dominatrix. But first, a quick mention about the sponsor of this video, and I'm going to look and sound different because this was recorded another time. So here's some guitar to lead you in. Bespoke Post is a monthly membership club delivering a box of top-shelf goods from under-the-radar brands. 90% of the products they have come from small brands, many of which are based in the US. Every month, they introduce their members to cool new products based on a preference quiz you fill out. From clothes to household items, camping, and cooking gear, basically pick a category and the stuff is high quality. That's the point, period. I had to be away from home when I got to pick some things to try, so I tried their travel gear. First thing was the Weekender bag by Line of Trade, and it's exactly what you'd expect. Simple, durable, high quality, classic seatbelt style, nylon strap, and a reinforced frame. And I also got the Canteen, which includes an insulated hedgehog lunch bag, as it's called. It's an awesome name. It comes with a silicone lunch bowl and a utensil set, which are ironically ironically, probably better quality than most of my utensils in my apartment. They now offer a new membership program where you can get really great deals all year round. I'm talking like 30% off or more sometimes, and it's totally free to join. You'll get a customized selection of products picked for you, and before it ships, you'll get to see what's inside. Decide if you'd like to keep it, swap something out, or skip the month entirely for no charge. You only pay for what you want, and the lineup is constantly changing every month. Like, I also got a knife, but I don't have it because my dad took it. It was just a really nice knife. He just took it. I think it was this one. It was nice. To get a free mystery gift with your first membership purchase, click the link in the description and enter TMC Gift at checkout. Or go to bespokepost.com/TMC Gift.
Episode 4.
This one's recap reminds you of what Disney does best. Deconstruct things that absolutely don't need it. Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Indiana Jones. Running out of characters, they decide to go after an actual group, the Jedi. Harry arrives back at the Hendersons, where we left off 2 fucking episodes ago, but we had to have an entire week's break for this.
We were on the brink of extinction!
I'll never get over that. Disney seems to halt Hollywood's ginger side for a moment when a wild red-haired white Jedi appears.
Maximize your defenses without need to strike.
Yes, because strike would be offense, but go on. Osha thanks the weird girl boss Padawan for trusting her and her shitty plan that failed a couple episodes back. As can be counted on through all 5 episodes, you can tell how much Osha appreciates it because of Amanda Stenberg's incredible matching expressions. Bring out the goat. May arrives on planet Who Gives a Shit where Harry the Wookiee is, accompanied by the totally not gimp suit bad guy. We guessed this correct on BSUP right before episode 5, that because the show is screaming at you from the TV to think it's him, it's Disney Star Wars, so it's absolutely going to be him. It could have been the twins' White Mall mother as Little Platoon suggested for an interesting and laid out twist, but no, just no. This is the writing team who had this guy ask, "Hey May, did the poison work?" Very Madam Web of you. So expectations for modern Star Wars are and always should be at the bottom of the ocean. This guy goes over the rules with May about what the expectations are for her to become an acolyte, all super fucking pushy and whatnot, while simultaneously pretending to be a mystery. Amazing. The Jedi meet to discuss what to do about May, and they decide the best plan of action is to lie and not alert the High Council. Is this just everyone going along with their leader Kermit the Frog, who's suggesting they break the law? No one's gonna say anything? Fuck it. I love this show. Conehead Guy is here breaking the absolute shit out of lore because he's someone people would recognize from Phantom Menace. All that just for the hope that people will say, "Oh hey, I remember that guy." Saul tells Osha he needs her help and tells her May's eyes softened when he mentioned her sister, meaning there's still good in her. And when was there good in this character? The show wants there to be a gray area for everything, from the lesbian space witches to the Jedi to May. Yet Osha's been all good this entire time, and May's just cliche bad person, even worse, idiotic and bad. They haven't shown us anything that inspires me to think the mysterious, untold other half of episode 3 can save this character. They just have people say shit like, "There's good in her," without anything to back it up. It's lazy writing. When they land on planet Who Cares, Yord demands Osha hand over her blaster even though he's had ample time to protest her having one in the first place. He wants to take her only form of protection because he fears for her safety. Okay. Like you think she's gonna shoot herself in the face with a blaster or something? People just say shit in this show. Saul uses his lightsaber's glow to attract a giant killer insect and chops it in half. And instead of keeping it at that and letting what happened tell the story, a couple of characters say what happened and why. Imagine having faith in your audience to realize what just happened. What a wild concept. Characters then start telling us exactly how they feel about everything. There are no subtle hints through a character's actions that fill in details about their background and life in this show. They just fucking tell you.
Well, I could never accept death as a true Jedi should.
A true Jedi.
I couldn't accept what I'd lost, how unfair it felt, the resentment that I felt for my sister, even though I missed her at the same time.
His acting's off the charts. Soon to be revealed gimp shit gets pushier, and May accuses him of not even caring if he kills her if she fails. I don't even care. He then slinks off to go get something to help her. So, she sets a trap and he runs through the exact 3 foot by 3 foot space she needed him to for the good old goof troop. Why? Why is she doing this? Well, it turns out May's gonna turn herself into the Jedi because Osha being alive changes everything. That is, of course, until it doesn't next episode. For no reason either, it just doesn't. But we'll get to that. Her loyalties lie to Osha, and she thinks the Jedi won't put her in prison. Not after she tells them what she knows. No, the Jedi absolutely will not put you in prison for murdering anyone. No, really, they won't. They were going to let this exact dude off with a warning 2 episodes ago, even though he admitted to being an accessory to murder.
I sense things again in a way that gives me the courage to face her.
This show sucks so much ass.
You're not going to face her. You're going to face your past.
Yeah, tell me more. Actually, just give me an AI written audiobook version of this narrated by an AI voice. That'll do it. May shows up to Harry's house and he's already dead. Looks like a lightsaber to the gut. Too bad he wasn't Reva. He probably wouldn't be done yet. Oh look, Osha sees the Gimp. Is she shocked? Is she afraid? Is she happy? Funny enough, I could use a line of dialogue to tell me how she's feeling right about now. To end the episode, Gimp Guy takes out 5 Jedi, including a rotund son of a bitch with a force push. Okay. You like how the Force used to be something really special, but now it's kind of like magic and Doctor Strange, and things just happen because the story needs it to?
Episode 5.
This episode is almost purely lightsaber battles that are visually well done, so hey, for the first time, I can say an episode was enjoyable in the most disposable McDonald's way possible. But it doesn't land any of the emotional punches it wants because no one cares about these characters. We get the lightsaber headbutt, which looks cool, and that's it. There's just never a time when something like that feels it should be able to happen. This guy has a helmet that can do that because he has to, so they can do the visual image. I guess he borrowed it from Magneto because it blocks Jedi from reading his mind. Another extremely useful ability they conveniently forget to use whenever the story needs them to.
He gets into your head and he stays there.
My mother could do that. Get inside a Jedi's head.
Imagine it going down a pipeline of bad guys and he's like their half-brother or something lame like that, and their white mall mother is his master. Well, before he catches up with Osha, who's so shocked and terrified, again, just look at the expression. Actually, that does match this time. Right before he kills Osha, Squid Game and True Believer Sally force pull Gimp away. Osha runs and the Gimp chases. So they decide not to use the force pull again because why would you not spam the shit out of that, right? So the little girl boss attacks Gimp's suit and holds her own because of course she does. The guy cleaned out like 4 or 5 Jedi at the beginning of the episode, but this child puts up the best fight of them all. Okay. While this is happening, Osha comes to the epiphany that the evil bad guy's plan is to kill them all. A shocking revelation. And you'll be surprised to hear she did not come to this conclusion from witnessing him literally attempting to kill them all. So now that she has realized it, I guess she's gonna do something about it. Now, fucking Jesus.
He's gonna kill them. He's gonna kill them all.
He stabs the Padawan with his lightsaber 3 times, meaning she'll be completely fine, I'm sure.
You really didn't know it was me.
No, we did. We definitely did.
But a Jedi like you might call me Sith.
Why risk discovery?
I did wear a mask.
And you were discovered, you fucking idiot. What? His explanation for all this? He's a Sith because, oh my god, and the Jedi are bad and say people like him can't exist. What kind of modern day parallel of implied victimhood comes to mind? The lightsabers, and light in general, attract the massive bugs as seen in the previous episode. So they throw Osha's droid onto Gimp Suit's back, and the bugs immediately fly down and take him away for punishment now that the plot needs it to happen. It didn't happen when there were multiple lightsabers swinging around for 20 plus minutes or anything. No, that would inconvenience the story. How silly of me. Osha knocks out Saul before he can explain his half of her origin story, and Amandla Stenberg is finally going to confront Amandla Stenberg for the atrocities she's committed.
The Jedi got what they deserved.
Wait, I thought you said Osha being alive changes everything and you were going to turn yourself over to the Jedi. Sounds an awful lot like Osha being alive doesn't change shit because the script forgot. Osha came here to arrest her though, so she's going to. You know, since she's a Jedi now and not a civilian like she was for the last half episode. Amandla Stenberg knocks herself out and May comes up with a brilliant idea to impersonate Osha. She does this by lightsabering her hair off, and I'm not kidding. You can't make this shit up. The bugs are done having their way with Master Gimp and have released him apparently. So May, who earlier in the episode decided she'd be turning herself over to the Jedi, has now decided that they are still horrible and is going to infiltrate them instead. And what was the antecedent to this behavior? Absolutely fucking nothing, because this show is written like shit. May wakes Saul up, who apparently can't smell burnt hair, but he's suspicious nonetheless. Unlucky for him, the plot doesn't want him to use that mind-reading power that would come in handy right about now. You know, to ease his suspicions under such intense circumstances. They're using the same story device Alien Covenant used, not the best movie to emulate. What luck though, that little gopher that's been running around recognizes the different scent and he's on the case. Just where I want to leave my Star Wars, with the CGI alien gopher. This is where I'm at. This is the second worst episode of the show so far. Potential does not make something good. The story is filled with characters that contradict themselves constantly, with terrible clunky dialogue that fills in for visual storytelling. So that means I'll be here next week to break it down for you, so you don't have to watch it. GG's.